Open your ears and lube up your butthole. It's time for the What Do We Call It podcast. Now, here's your host. It's Jmann. Welcome to the What Do We Call It podcast. I'm Jmann.
This is Zany.
And apparently the world is about to be on fire.
Didn't that already happen today?
No, there was supposed to be a rapture,
Yes.
but it didn't happen. It was just a regular Tuesday, and that fucking preacher from, I think it was South Africa, he got it wrong. I don't know if he didn't carry the one right, but Jesus did not come back. I had to work till 5:45. That felt like if Jesus was here, I would have. I'd still be at work because I would not ascend to heaven. I'd be burning in hell, but hell becomes earth during the rapture. We're left behind, and now here I am in my basement with you, and no Jesus.
This isn't your version of hell?
No.
Okay.
No, this is kind of purgatory. So what I mean by that, how many years did we listen to the right laugh about the concept of climate change?
Oh, yeah.
And they talked about at the RNC a few years ago, was it Obama that said he wants to stop the rising of the tides, and they all laughed their asses off about it?
Oh, sure.
They're like, ha, 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 ha. Okay. Two things. For the first time in 40 years, the Pacific cooling waters that normally are nutrient-rich near the Gulf of Panama.
Yes.
The cooler waters happen around this time of year.
Yep.
And for the first time in 40 years, it didn't fucking happen.
Okay. But the right would point that it happened 40 years ago, so this isn't anything new.
Relax, guy.
No. I'm saying the cooling of the water has not happened for the first time in 40 years, and I think that's just when they measured it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if 40 years ago it also didn't do that.
Gotcha.
That's not what I
confused.
took from the reading.
Okay.
I should have been more clear. Also, they're saying that in the United States, rivers and streams are warming up.
Yes.
And it's harder for salmon and trout because the waters aren't cooling enough for them to propagate.
Yeah. And they already have a tough enough time getting all the way up to the riverbed, where they basically mate while they're dying.
Yeah, and so you've got Florida that is heating up even more, and the coastal waters are rising a little by little, and the storms down there are getting more intense with hurricane season. And they say with the change in the climate, the storms will become more severe because we're not seeing the balancing with the jet streams because they've shifted. Mm-hmm. We get summer a month earlier in Minnesota the last few years.
Absolutely, we have.
And it's
a lot
like
shorter winters. Yeah.
And then winter just fucking happens. Yeah. But then it's over so fast and we get 3 weeks of spring and then summer all of a sudden. Another thing is there's like a blob of hot air that is in, I think, the Atlantic that they're measuring. And they're seeing certain aquatic species. They're not seeing all the ones that would normally be south. They're staying more north. And ones from the south are coming more north.
Oh, sure. Yep.
And it's like, okay, so the right doesn't want to take seriously, or climate deniers, if I don't want to make it political. Mm-hmm. Climate deniers are saying, oh, but historically the climate has ebbed and flowed. To a degree, but we're not setting record after record after record, year after year after year in rapid succession when we're seeing less water. Mm-hmm. The glaciers are melting. You're seeing skinny-ass polar bears on mini little ice patches. They can't find food, and they're dying paddling trying to find land.
Yep.
You're seeing fish species not propagate like they normally would. Birds are not migrating the same way. And you can't deny that all of these changes, this is not like an era of anomalies. This is what we would call, I hate to use this term, a new normal. Yeah. Is every year to expect a swelter for more of the summer than just the dog days. How many years in the last decade and a half have we had almost no snow between Halloween and Christmas? We had a few brown Christmases. Mm-hmm. I can think of at least 5 years when I was working at the jail. So this is between 2007 and 2018. At least 5 years, I believe consecutively, where the grass was still green past Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Because of, we'd get a little bit of snow, and it would melt, and it'd rain, and it was warm, and the conditions were still viable for the production of green chlorophyll.
Yeah.
And we still had leaves falling off of trees, but it seems like it gets, later. or just it's more sudden. It used to be more gradual. If you want to view fall colors, you got to do it in like a 2-week window or you're fucked.
Yeah. The springtime, I've noticed over the last decade or so, we will get really warm early in like February or March, and then we'll get another, and it will fuck with a lot of the plants outside. And then we'll get another hard freeze in like April or something like that at some point, or even more snow.
Buds will die off.
Exactly. So much stuff gets damaged. We have a magnolia tree that their buds are like half of them are brown. The flowers are brown during the summer because they were half damaged during their development early in the spring. So yeah, this is messing with a lot of stuff. And some things are adaptable, right? Some things will kind of ebb and flow, can kind of adjust, if it eventually comes back to what they expect. Eventually, this is going to lead to the destruction of a lot of stuff. Look at the ash trees. Almost all the ash trees in our neighborhoods are being killed by emerald ash borer, which, number one, is an invasive species, but it's also moving farther north because it's so fucking warm now, right?
Spongy moth, too.
Spongy moth has been terrible. Huge. I mean, this is not good.
So here's some scientific mumbo-jumbo. Heat decreases the amount of dissolved oxygen in water.
Yep.
Meanwhile, cold water species often see their metabolism rise in warmer waters, meaning there's less oxygen available. So that's when I was talking about the rivers and streams are warming up, right? Mm-hmm. And here's the thing where it says, ocean current fails for first time in 40 years for the cold water. The point I'm trying to make here is, you had Trump, and I know how you are, I'm not going to use the term eco-warrior, but you're very eco-minded.
Yeah.
And I also try to pick up as much garbage and recycle and not pollute and watch my carbon footprint, but I don't sit there and buy an electric car because I think it's fucking stupid.
I haven't done that yet either. So
we both care about the environment because we live in it. We have kids. We want there to be a world for them to inherit that's not an insufferably hot and unlivable arid clime in the States with more desert and fewer trees.
Especially since we helped contribute to that. Since we helped contribute to that during our whole lifetimes ourselves.
Yeah.
Right? We have been part of the problem.
And wildfires are like nonstop year-round, it seems.
That's another thing. Over the last 5 years, how many summers have we had where there hasn't been like a haze? I think it was pretty much the pandemic like 5 years ago, and that was it.
And that was because we were all indoors and we weren't driving cars and contributing to the rapid release of carbon. And so obviously things are not good with the environment. And you've got an administration that is dismantling EPA regulations and parts of the EPA and doesn't seem to give a fuck about science and flies in the face of conventional wisdom and what we've learned the past 60, 80, 100 years.
Relax, guy.
So we need to turn this around, but it's like we've gone over the cliff now, and we can't turn it around. And I want to look back at when they were laughing at that wants to stop the rising of the tides comment at the RNC. Mm-hmm. It is better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So if we thought it was a possibility then, why were they laughing and not going, hey, let's take this seriously and act like it is a problem, just in case it is really a problem, so we can not exacerbate things by laughing about it and just saying, fuck it, we, coal jobs, yay, old America, white people, and break open the fire hydrant for the colored people to run through in the poor neighborhoods. There's a visual of yesteryear for you. In the city of Chicago, we take all the hydrants and we open them up for the kids, the little black kids to run around in so they can cool off because they can't afford slip and slides.
To me, one of the biggest things I heard that really resonated with me over the years was, what if everything they say is wrong, right, about climate change and all this stuff? And we're doing all these things, but what if we're right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the thing is, what's the harm in finding new energy sources where there's money to be made, where there's renewable resources, where there's money to be made? We used to be the cutting edge of research and development, right?
Not anymore. We got to shut those scientists up and stop them from doing RNA-based type of research into diseases. We got to stop
vaccines.
all of that.
Yep, exactly.
We got to shut up the NOAA, and we're going to draw our own paths of hurricanes with the Sharpie and go, it's going to miss, it's going to be fine, you'll be fine, it's going to just go right out to the Gulf of America, fuck you. Even
more communities can be unprepared when these massive, bigger and more severe storms hit.
Texas recently flooding, unprepared.
Exactly. You know?
And I know it pisses you off.
It
It
does.
concerns me. You get like almost
Seething.
raged.
Because this was the thing where back in 2016, Trump won the election, right? And I was always left of center. And I said, okay, let's just see what happens, right? You know what I mean? Sometimes there's policies that are put in place that you don't see the benefit of right away. Your vision is too short term. Maybe you've been reading too much in the propaganda. You know, and some of the changes he made in the first administration, I said, well, we'll just have to see. Maybe this is kind of a new normal. Maybe this is better. Biden, for whatever reason, kept a lot of the Trump tariffs in place when he came into office. Why was that? Obviously because the government found a new income source and didn't want to give it up, even if it is taxing their own people. So there are some things that bear fruit. And the one thing that I could not get over and the one thing that I could not handle and stomach was the dismantling of the EPA. Because to me, you start denying science, you start denying one of the core things that has led to all of our innovations, all of our technology here within the last 225 years, right? It has come about because of scientific methods, right? It has not come about because of religious faith, right? People didn't figure out how to fly because they kept jumping off a cliff without wings, right? You figure it out through science, trial and error, scientific methods on how to do these incredible things, these things that are marvels of modern technology would never have gotten anywhere.
People don't talk about it enough. The Wright brothers were super Christian. They got in that plane. They're like, Jesus, take the wheel, and he helped them fly. And then they got back down to the ground, and they drank wine that used to be water, and there were loaves and fishes and tons of bitches. And that's how that happened in Kitty Hawk.
Right. And
Benjamin Franklin had lightning strike a key because he believed in Jesus. And Melania was there, and she's like, oh, look at him. He looks like he's pregnant. And lightning. All because of God.
Right.
God bless me. God bless you, unless you're poor.
So
Or gay.
what
or
I'm
trans.
getting at is I trust the science behind all of this, right? We've had decades to figure this out. We had a hole in our damn ozone layer because CFCs and hairspray, right? I mean, people were using it and it led to a hole in the ozone layer. It's repaired itself because of science, right? We figured out this stuff.
And grunge that killed hair metal.
Yes.
So people stopped using so many CFC-based hairsprays and aerosol cans, and that was the catalyst for us to pull this off. It's Kurt Cobain, and people don't give him enough credit just because he got murdered by Courtney Love.
Allegedly.
When you had guys putting more hair product in their hair than the girls in the 80s, yes, there was a problem.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, the trade-off was AIDS, but
Yeah. Hair
fewer
metal.
people, fewer cars, helping the ozone. People think that it was just the Catholics and the Christians trying to get rid of the gays because it's immoral. We were trying to help the environment by giving gay people AIDS and black people crack.
Oh,
Black people love crack. Gay people love AIDS. I love all those people. They vote for me. I've done so much for people with AIDS and so much for blacks. Cold jobs. And I've never had sex with a teenager well in my 30s. Prove it.
The conspiracy theories you just laid out in the 80s, I'm sure somebody already believes and has come up and has talked about. You know what I mean?
How can the climate change when the world is flat and the breeze goes over the whole terrain? It's like dust in the wind. I'm the Scorpions. You're my boy Blue.
Yeah.
China.
I was trying to... Yeah.
I'm playing the greatest hits now.
I was just trying to think of what other Scorpion song I could reference or, White
Rock
Snake.
you like a hurricane. Hurricanes are getting more intense, so when it
Yes.
rocks you like a hurricane,
There you
that's
go.
why you can't get homeowners insurance in Florida anymore.
That's actually why our homeowners insurance has gone up here. I don't know if you've seen it, but ours has gone up ridiculously amount.
Because
Like,
you get
almost like-
hurricanes where you live?
No, because everybody pays into insurance
Yeah,
and we all
yeah.
pay into a collective. So we're covering the damages for all these places that are getting hit.
And fat people.
Collectively.
Fat people, too.
That and their health insurance. You're right. Yep. All these people that have not taken care of themselves over the years, I have been paying in to help support when well, I shouldn't say that. I've broken quite a few bones and had surgery, so I have gotten...
But you can still see your genitalia without the use of a mirror, and you can put the Twinkie down. I'm punching down because that's how I punch. Normally a woman in the nose. When I say, hey, less teeth, Stormy Daniels, but shh, here's some money, go away. Right. And also, if you need an abortion, here's $400, I don't know. Jeffrey, fuel the plane, let's go.
That's why I've always believed in abortion. I've always supported it.
I believe that life is precious. It starts at conception. Actually, Charlie Kirk did say life starts at conception. He argues that, and I'm getting more and more towards believing in that. If we're going back to the Charlie Kirk thing again. But
Okay,
why are we still talking
sidetrack.
about Epstein? Why are we talking about Garfield? He's obese. He gives all cats the bad name. He probably has diabetes, and that's why pet insurance is so high. And Odie's retarded. Obviously, he got too many vaccines. We shouldn't be giving dogs vaccines because they end up retarded like Odie, and they lick everything. Extra chromosome. I don't know. I like to eat cheeseburgers.
So to get back to the Charlie Kirk thing in
Sure.
conception, I have never argued that there isn't some form of life at conception, that from a scientific point of view.
But a clump of cells isn't a human being, just like a transmission in the middle of my garage floor is not a car.
Exactly, right? We're not talking about a human yet. It's not a baby. It's still in development. It's a fetus. And if you really want to get into semantics, and supposedly God controls everything, God aborts more fetuses than any doctors or anything else in this world. A lot of pregnancies, and within the first few weeks, they're self-terminated, right? The body just doesn't take care of it.
Yeah, miscarriages. My mom had a bunch. My wife had a few.
Exactly.
Dodge Ram is the most American car because we rammed through the logic with our manifest destiny. Get off my land, Indians. We're stealing this from you. You can have some casinos and some swamps and some smallpox blankets, but also now America first, but not unless you're a native. Then let's not talk about that. It's an uncomfortable truth. But Kid Rock, and everyone supports me, and I want to see Marjorie Taylor Greene's boobies to see if she's got cave girl tits.
Oh, they're just a flat chest with she's got like man pecs, I think.
Yeah. Fuck, marry, kill. Melania, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and what's the screwball one from Colorado that I have a thing for because I want to see her titties?
Boebert.
Yeah, Lauren Boebert. Fuck, marry, kill. Those three go.
Is this edited out?
No, it's going in.
F. Boebert. Kill Marjorie and marry Melania. Melania's the trophy.
That's the right answer because she loves my big hands and my small wiener, even though she won't hold my hand. She birthed me a son that might be part Addams Family butler. I don't know. He's very tall. I don't like to stand next to him in pictures. I wish that I had a stepladder that could be green screened out. But yes, Melania is the right choice to marry. Lauren Boebert won't shut up, but she will touch her pee-pee in a theater.
Exactly.
And Marjorie recently questioned me, but then she walked it back because I was like, hey, bitch, what are you doing? And in typical Geico Cave Nug fashion, she was like, oh, sorry, Jesus, America, Dodge Ram, Kid Rock, go.
She has to be so conflicted, Marjorie Taylor Greene, with this whole we'll support Israel to the end on their genocide in Gaza, but yet they have these space lasers that are controlling everything. Like, she is like so anti-Semitic on some levels, but yet the whole right-wing talking point is Israel to the end.
It is possible that the Jewish space lasers are the thing that are giving all the kids autism, but also the vaccine. So you shouldn't give your kids shots, and you also shouldn't let them get shot with lasers. And if you drink too much Diet Coke, you can get ass cancer, but don't tell Donald that because he loves Diet Coke and I don't want to get canceled.
What about the autism connection to Tylenol? How crazy is that? What are kids getting Tylenol? Are they claiming parents who have taken Tylenol while pregnant are supposedly passing this autistic thing onto their kids? Like, I don't get where this comes from. How is acetaminophen causing autism? How is it getting into kids?
Don't you try to come at me with facts. Don't you try to dissect my faulty logic by making me think about it, because if anybody ever tried to overdose on too many Tylenols, when they wake up they're autistic. They don't want to tell you that, but you wake up and you're retarded now. Don't I have pretty blue eyes?
Yeah, it could have happened to him. Maybe he's speaking from firsthand experience. I don't know.
RFK knows everything about medicine and autism and inoculations, and you should listen to him. He also says that I'm cool. He swims in pools of shitty water that's raw sewage with his granddaughters, and I'm sure they don't have UTIs or pink eye or autism at all. Kim Jong-un wants me to let you know that he also approves of Kid Rock and Dodge Rams, but he will not eat a cheeseburger. Fucking stupid. Unless it contains dog meat.
Wasn't Kim Jong-un a big fan of, who's the basketball player? Crazy.
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman, right? Weren't they had a campaign to bring America and North Korea together at one point or something like that? Or was that his dad? I don't remember now.
No, that was Kimmy.
That was Kimmy?
That was Kimmy. So back to where I was before I tried to make this a fun topic that's dry.
Yeah.
We're both in agreement here. Act as if we can stop it still and keep trying rather than just close your eyes and go, wee!
Let's
and
burn
see
it
what
all down.
happens.
Yeah.
Windmills are so loud they make my ears hurt, and I was up on the top of the White House looking for a good place to put a moon base, and I heard some windmills, and it drove me crazy. There was a ringing in my ears. It's totally not tinnitus, which is indicative of dementia. I don't have dementia. I don't lean forward. I only weigh 185 pounds. I could totally fight George St. Pierre and win. I have six-pack abs, and I don't have an enlarged colon from all of the shit that's backed up inside of me.
Oh, and his cankles. Forgot about his cankles.
Don't you worry about my veins. No one's going to amputate either of my legs and put me in a wheelchair. And even if I was in a wheelchair, it'd be by choice, not by force. And I'd be way greater than FDR with his wheelchair. I'd have a solid gold, 20-foot-long, motorized ramp into the White House to get into the Golden Ballroom. And I'd be in there with all of my friends, like Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin and Ayatollah Khamenei and a bunch of 18-year-old girls that just had a birthday a week ago from Cuba.
I feel like his wheelchair would have like a built-in crapper. You know what I mean? Like, so he would never have to leave it type of thing. And then it would get to the point where he just smelled like piss and crap all the time.
You're assuming he doesn't smell like piss and crap all the time now.
Probably does, yeah. He's probably got that fat man kind of sour smell. And nobody's going to tell him or comment on it.
Like sour milk.
Yeah.
Yes. Interact with the show on Twitter at What Do We Call It? That is at What Do We Call It? You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/group/What Do We Call It podcast show. For the What Do We Call It podcast, I'm Jmann.
This is Steiny.
Dodge Ram.